How would you like to be remembered?
I'm gonna cry this time. That f***s me up. That question f***ed me up.
Really?
Yeah, because I know that it'll happen one day, and I want to be remembered. I'm trying my hardest. That's all my life is that I just want. Why am I crying?
It's all good, man.
I just want people to like when they're having a good time to go, oh man, I wish Bert was here. It's the silliest thing.
Anyway, that's not why we're here. We're going to make fun of Bert.
But yeah, for alcoholism, do you think that you're an alcoholic?
No, I've run it through the ringer a few times. Dr. Drew's my litmus. I've talked to him about it. He's like, you're not an alcoholic. You just drink too much. He's like, alcoholism's different. Being powerless to alcohol is different than drinking a lot.
Yeah.
I'm ready for my drink. I've been shaky all fucking day. And I think same with a guy like Ron White. I think he was a big drinker. I don't think he was an alcoholic because he just quit.
The good news is now that she has a disability, you can say, oh, you can't make fun of me because I'm an alcoholic.
I have a disability.
Yeah, that's a disability.
But they send shots to stage. I remember when we were in Miami, you were getting a shot and you saw me drinking. You go, are you drinking real tequila? And I was like, yeah. You're not? And you're like, no, I'm drinking coffee. And I went,
yeah, no, dude, I feel for you in a way, but I guess, hey, if you're into it, then that's awesome.
Well, I'm into it, but I don't. The other thing is, I don't really drink on stage. I bring a Tito's and soda with me, but I don't drink it. And if I'm doing
version of I don't really do it.
Yeah, but it's not. I'm not hammered like on stage, and it's a spectacle. Like,
I love it.
It's really good.
Oh my god. Oh, that's
delightful.
This is a problem.
This is a legit problem. I might need to kill this beer.
Okay.
I'm milking it.
Okay,
I'm ready
let's
for
kill it. Let's see Joe Rogan. It's kind of refreshing. And
Yeah.
It's not that alcoholic. It's kind of.
It's a good poolside drink.
It's a great poolside drink.
I know what's happening in Oslo.
One time years ago in Calgary, I met up with Bert. Bert was at the other comedy club.
He does not drink.
He doesn't drink. Doesn't like booze.
Doesn't like booze.
But
Come on, baby. Been waiting for you all fucking day. Where have you been? I drank all day yesterday. Started at 7. My balls smelled the worst anyone's balls have ever smelled in their entire life. When I got in the shower to come here, I took a little dab and sniff, and I was like, whew, that's worse than armpits. And that was booze. Yesterday morning, I was very hungover with Stanhope, and he made me a smoothie. And then I don't feel good the whole ride. We get through security, I go take a shit, and it is red. And I'm like, motherfucker. And I go, please tell me there were beets in that smoothie. And Stanhope starts laughing. He goes, you just thought you were shitting blood? I was like, it's just a very rough way to end the weekend. One of the things about my drinking that I try to avoid is I go, when my brain goes, I need a drink. Like my brain does it, I go, now you don't get one.
It's a habit.
Yeah, I go, that's not how this works. They
sober.
went to Mexico, and I go, why are you going to Mexico?
I know.
You can't drink.
Yeah.
Like, what the f*** are you doing down there?
Go to Florida. Save a couple
Or just don't go anywhere and sit in your room and read a book. The f*** are you doing anything for if you can't drink? That's why I'll never quit drinking.
I know.
Because I don't ever want to take the sparkle out of life.
Yeah, sparkle.
Start off with a cocktail, Bobby. I know you're sober. That breaks my fucking heart.
Shit, I thought you were
Well,
Margaret
you know what?
Cho.
Sometimes I go to restaurants and I get a mocktail. Can you make me one of those?
Yes, we can. We actually can. I don't need him to drink.
No, you don't.
I don't need him to drink, so I drink. So all I care is about me drinking.
Yeah.
Does it ever break your heart that you're sober?
No.
Breaks mine.
You does it? We've never drank before together.
That's the only thing I've ever given a fuck about is I don't give a fuck if you quit drinking. Just don't fuck with me.
Yes, that's how I feel.
My drinking is cut back drastically. I think about it when I wake up. When I wake up, there was a period. I remember when it started and I was like, oh, you're fucking up, man. You're fucking up. You're not being healthy. This is all bad stuff for you. And by the way, you're not my wife. You're not my best friend. If Tommy says to me, I'm worried about you, then I listen.
I do a podcast with a drunk guy every week,
Bert.
Yeah.
Love when you do this.
You can get some.
I love that you've called the people that hate you the poor skinnies or the poor fatties. What would you?
Fat pores.
The fat pores. That's it. The fat pores. And by the way, I love fat pores.
Yeah,
Lots
I know.
of tequila, a little bit of soda is a fat pour for me. I work well with guys like Louie and Tom. Louie and Tom are very, very, very similar.
I could tell you.
They're very similar dudes. Very similar. Yeah. Tom likes to jerk off in front of. No, I'm kidding.
You know what's great about you as a guest on and part of I think your appeal on Two Bears is you're fucking endlessly weird.
I mean, he tapes his toenails to the bottom of the coffee table in the living room, you know.
What? Oh,
Like
yeah,
he's-
it's got to be a whole thing.
It's a
with
lot.
him.
It's a lot, man.
Segura and Christina came over for dinner in our new apartment. We had moved our coffee table upstairs, and as we were moving it upstairs, we lifted it and we flipped it upside down to carry it. And underneath, I had been taping my toenails.
Taping them?
I would cut my toenails, and then instead of throwing them away, I'd grab tape and I'd tape them, and then I'd tape them under the thing, thinking one day. So like my goal was one day we'll see this and we'll laugh, right? I am very weird.
Endless. It's fucking endless.
I only want to talk about the stuff that I think can be interesting, but stuff I think is interesting is always a little off center to everyone else, where they're like, "You do that," and then I don't mind going, "Yeah, I shower in pools." So I'm working on cuddling right now. So if you just tell everyone everything, look, even the bad things about me, I say them on podcasts. Like, I'm bad at listening. I talk over people. I think about myself a lot. I like being famous. I like having money. Like, there's all the things that you're not supposed to say out loud.
Yeah.
I say them because I go, you're gonna see me like them at one point or act that way at one point.
Right. Have you ever stuffed somebody in a locker or been stuffed in a locker yourself?
Yeah.
Actually done it?
I've been stuffed in a locker, yes.
Late bloomer, huh?
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's Segura. After he has a couple of drinks, gets real handsy.
Segura and I both. I think that's what we were obsessed with the tell.
Yeah. I listened to that podcast he did with you guys, and you're both fangirling out and shaking. You're both hard. It was great.
You know what we're going to call this podcast? Three Beards. Three
We grew
Beards.
beards because of you.
What's that?
We grew beards because of you.
Cool. Well, at least blink when you say it. Are you going to bring an intensity that kind of kills all fun in the room? Because I love that new podcast. Let's get to the heart of it.
At one point, I think me and Tom were talking to Dave, and he was like, I wish I could just go out on the road with guys like you. And Tom and I were like, we will drop both our tours to go out and watch you every single night.
When you're middling, you don't have to close the show, so why not experiment? But evidently you guys don't feel that way. But that's okay. To be upset years later for being a coward is great. Now, I think even Dimitri would have turned the page, literally, since he draws, and said, hey, you know what? I'm going to try a different etching here. Maybe a shade or hue.
I took that.
I love the podcast because it's all remembrances like we were in a war, but we weren't. We weren't.
You might be talking to literally your two biggest fans in comedy.
It's uncomfortable.
The best with Bert is he does secret time with you, where you just give all the secrets, and you know you're getting the same secrets other people are getting, but it still feels so good.
We were talking about this last night. I'm really bad at keeping secrets.
But you go secret time before, which is so funny to announce you're about to tell someone's secret.
What's even crazier, Segura's doing Kratom.
Yeah, I don't know about that stuff.
What is? I don't like this. Can I have my shepherd's pie to go?
I feel like Segura's gonna walk out.
Man.
Like, what'd you say?
Yeah.
I wish when we started Two Bears, I wish I was like, let's start our own YouTube channel. But it's in all honesty, I wouldn't have the wherewithal to do what he did with Two Bears. I mean, granted we're partners, but I'm more. I would say Tom would say this is I'm more of a kind of throw rocks at the moon creative partner, and he's more of a let's stay grounded in reality and get shit done partner. Tell me I can feed the rabbits, George. Can I feed the rabbits? Tell me what it's like. It's gonna be.
I think that's how people want Two Bears to end.
Tom, I might have just dreamt this.
Yeah.
And so I had a dream about David Spade last night.
You did?
Yeah, and I should call him and let him know I was thinking about him.
I know Bert a hair better, but
from the store?
No, yeah, when he used to work at AMPM. I used to get Abba from him.
It was someone that I felt didn't like me and was shitting on me like too
But
far.
it wasn't Ari because you're friends with Ari.
But it wasn't Ari because I had Ari on. Ari was my guest.
No, but it was somebody. You
It
don't
was somebody,
have to say
but it was somebody. And it wasn't Spade, by the way, because Spade called me. He was like, hey, man, I feel bad. I shit all over you. I was like, no, that's a compliment. Like, we relaunched Something's Burning, which was very personal and private to me, is that it would be successful. But, like, I told everyone, I don't want to know the fucking numbers. Don't fucking judge it by the numbers. If you thought it was funny and you liked it, then we put it up and it's good and people will find it. And the Mark Norman, Bobby Lee one was the one we started with. And this is my makeup to Bobby. I was supposed to invite Bobby to my house for 4th of July.
Yeah, but this is work.
I was so excited when you guys said you wanted to do it together because both you guys are fucking gold.
I know you did. That's why I did it.
Oh, thanks.
He told me Mark wants you on it, and I go, I'll do it.
Well, Steve-O said no. But I definitely wanted to have you there.
Find a donut shop.
Whoa, that's fucking hotter than I thought.
Wow, this show is
what's going
aptly
on?
named.
Hey, something's burning! For real! What is going on?
Steve, put your hand in it.
You know, there's a great restaurant downtown. You know David Chang?
Yeah, I love him, dude.
Right, so he has a restaurant called Major Domo. And I've been there twice already. It's in downtown LA, in Chinatown.
Yeah?
It's fucking amazing.
Really?
Yeah, we should go sometime.
1.5 tablespoons
I guess
of honey. Is this the honey? It doesn't look like it.
See, every time it's just like he doesn't even listen. He doesn't.
Do you guys want hot honey?
Sure.
It's infused with chilies. I have a leaf blower. Get a leaf blower. It'll blow the smoke out. I'm
my
a salty
God.
things guy. Really bad.
I was like, is that how he's going to take his shirt off?
Look at that thing.
Here you go.
It's all sauce.
Mark?
Bert likes to hit the sauce.
Yeah.
Is it making you uncomfortable that Bert isn't drinking?
Like I want to be with a woman that's like, will eat anything.
Adventurous.
What?
Adventurous.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. You like adventurous?
Of course, but there's some fat white ladies out there who will put anything in their mouth.
Yeah.
It came later in life. I'd
Really?
say 30, 33.
33?
Yeah.
For real?
I think so.
I had to trick Leanne into it.
Really? She was pretty easy for me.
I was thinking you're married, and I go, hey, Bert can't be. He's not putting someone through that, is he?
Oh, yeah.
He's married?
Yep.
Oh my God, get her on the phone. We have to find out that.
And Leanne read it and was like, well, shit, this ain't nothing but a bad date. And I was like, huh? She goes, shit, I have.
Leanne spits inside, right? She spits indoors.
She spits in her hand and what's in her pocket.
Yeah.
Leanne was like, you gotta keep. Hey, boy. This is how Leanne talks. I'm doing this impression of Leanne, and she fucking hates it. And I got off stage in Atlantic City this weekend, and Dave Williamson's like, I think you're doing Theo. As Leanne? He's like, yeah, Leanne never says gang gang when she sucks your dick. My wife knows me very well. I have intimacy issues. I have the only out of the two one-night stands I had, I said I love you to one of them in the middle of it. I have a lot of issues, and my wife knows I'm terrified of disease. Like, so I think if I cheated on my wife's first words would be no fucking way. When you're sexist, you have to be careful. And I think I might be sexist. I don't know. But I'm saying I don't know. But my wife says I'm sexist all the time. I said to my wife, I wonder if we'd have the same relationship if we lived in the time when I could hit women. And Dave, all I'll tell you is the answer she gave would have gotten her smacked. Can you believe I still love you? Like, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That I look at you and I still love you? Like, most guys don't. Like, most guys bail at this point. But I go, I still fucking love you.
Yeah. Or they get bored and just stick it out because the alternative is loneliness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
That's the way to do it. You got roller skates on. You're neglecting your family. It's amazing. But
Do you want to live because you're afraid of death, or you want to live for like Leanne and the kids?
It's FOMO. It's fucking the fact that I just can't be.
You don't want people to go on without you.
Yeah, I don't like. It's hard to do as a parent.
Yeah,
it's really hard to do. It's hard to the things that I did. Like my daughter just got a septum piercing, in the middle of her nose. Yeah, I know. And
interesting.
Yeah.
When did you rubber stamp that one?
That
happened before she told you?
Before she told me, she came home for Christmas.
And she had it?
And I was in Alaska, and she was FaceTiming me.
Is that her?
No,
Oh.
I don't.
Which one's her?
No. I saw a couple walking down, and the girl was overweight, and the guy was skinny, and he was in great shape. And I said, just giving you a heads up, if you ever get fat, I'll cheat on you. And she was like, what the fuck did you just say? And I was like, just giving you a heads up, that's how it works. And she was like, all right, just so you know, you're fatter than I am. I was like, I'm just giving you a heads up. And so like, that's the way my brain worked. And I think Leanne had to get me out of it and get me out of my own way.
Well, usually I feel like men do that to women, where it's like fixing the problem.
Oh yeah.
Where
Leanne's like the man in our relationship, I think.
I'm getting that.
She buys the houses. She spends the money. I have no idea how much money we have. I made
Stripper.
out with a whore in college. She had fucking tons of lipstick, and it was all over me, and it turned me on.
Yeah,
like I was fucking in the mud.
Sure.
So Sex and the City really fucked me up. It made me believe every woman who was over 35 was just wanted to fuck, get raw dogged, fuck as many guys as possible. I need to have as many sexual experiences as possible. And so I was like, dude,
Why
out.
raw? Where'd raw?
I have no
Were they
idea.
raw dogging? Was that like they'd be at brunch going like, "You raw dog, right?" Clink.
I wrote one pro woman joke in my act, but it's about stinky pussies. So, I don't think it translates. I don't do that, so I expect you not to do that. That's not who I want to be with. A girl who treats her body very publicly. I'm not that person. I'm gonna look disgusting if I sit shirtless like this.
No,
you look all right.
No, guys, I will look disgusting. It will not. It's you know what it is. It's when it doesn't look funny anymore. You're like, oh,
It's concerning.
Yeah. But banana, I stay away from the calories. I try to just keep it. By the way, there's no.
Do you
way.
think bananas are the problem?
You are such a rare form of gluttony and discipline.
Yeah, we need like
It's
9
a
more
bizarre.
episodes.
I'm a bizarre, and it's a message from David Letterman. Hey Bert, I'm sitting here with Neil Brennan. It's Dave Letterman. I just want you to know that I'm really happy. I'm really excited about 2 things. Number one, that you think that you couldn't not perform with a shirt on. My body type, my type of person wasn't the thing that sold. And so I was like, I kind of had, it was a nice humbling, but you going into the East Village to do a spot and, you know.
Does it sell now?
I think it does. Okay. Yeah. But it's
you're like Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
Dude, you have no fucking idea.
God. What was the house situation growing up? Single family home?
Nope. Mom and dad, 2 sisters. One sister's 10 years younger than me.
But just a single family home is the house. It wasn't like an apartment or a condo. A single family home.
Oh my God. Oh shit! I texted him to Rogan. Hey, you want to get a guy?
Like, what?
You want to talk about a guy? He's like, wait, it's a fucking.
What do you care about what people think about you? I'm not fucking Bert.
Fucking, do you own a kettlebell? What the fuck? You worried about falling in love?
Just take testosterone.
Cheers.
All right.
To Joe Rogan.
To Joe Rogan.
I just got popped with a covert narcissism charge last week from a
COVID narcissism.
Covert.
Oh,
Alan that's
Covert?
Rogan's
Alan
a COVID
Covert?
narcissist.
What was it like as his friend watching him become the center of attention in America, where all of a sudden people are really threatened by what he's become, like the king of the dudes?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a very full suitcase of a question in that
because he was getting cancelled weekly. Practically.
Yeah, it's so funny. One of the times he was getting canceled pretty hard. He called me, and this is the kind of guy Joe is, and I complained to him about something going on in my life.
That's so you, by the way, honestly.
And then halfway through, I was like, "Oh shit, man, how are you doing?" And there are people
that's crazy
that rejoice in it. There are people that rejoice in it. They get excited to tell you bad news about someone else. In comics, it's super thick in comics. I've said this on the bus. I say this out loud. Comics love cancel culture. They love it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's the greatest thing that ever happened to comedy.
Yeah.
Is when you heard about, say, so-and-so getting in trouble.
We can edit this out. It was just been.
Nope.
It's been.
Don't. I live a life where I try not to. There's shit I've said on podcasts that I completely regret.
Yeah.
But it's out there. So if I start editing now, then I look like I've gotten so much better. I got to keep it consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to be kind of ignorant. Keep going.
We feel like there's nothing we don't know about you.
Well, it can be problematic because I overshare.
Yeah.
Everything. But I don't know. I don't know the boundaries. I just don't have them.